Hi, I'm Dr. Holly Lofton, and welcome back to Beyond BMI. On today's issue of our web series, I'll be discussing weight plateaus. This is something that our patients are very familiar with. Sometimes they're happy with the weight when they plateau, and sometimes not. A weight plateau is simply a state of equilibrium, and our bodies are designed to survive famines. That's why when someone tries to lose weight by eating less and moving more, eventually they will no longer lose weight. There's that common adage that the last 5 pounds are always so difficult. This is because as one decreases their calorie intake and increases their activity, as we instruct our patients to do to lose weight, the body starts to fight back because it believes this is a famine state. When we're decreasing calories and increasing activity, the body feels that we are running around the jungle looking for food. And to help us survive this famine that is perceived, the body does a few things to help us keep weight on. And this is what leads to the frustration of not being able to lose those last 5 pounds. The first thing that happens in this process, which is called metabolic adaptation, is that when someone loses weight, the body naturally increases appetite signals from the brain. So the patient becomes more hungry. Satiety signals from the stomach also decrease. So they're more hungry and less full. And finally, stable fat cells form to allow the person to seek out more food without losing more weight. So we have decreased caloric intake, we have increased activity, the body fighting back with increased hunger, less satiety, and stable fat cells. This eventually leads the patient to regain weight, and they may plateau at a weight they're not happy with. I'm sure you all have seen many studies looking at weight plateaus and the amount of weight loss people are able to achieve with diet, exercise, and behavior alone versus the same lifestyle modification plus medications. In these studies, those patients who are taking medications achieve far more weight loss than those who are not taking medications. The reason for these is throughout the different mechanisms in which anti-obesity medications work, the patients are able to tolerate a lower caloric intake for a longer period of time, and thus they're able to burn more fat cells and lose more weight. Some medications perform this by decreasing appetite signals so patients can continue to eat a small number of calories. Some medications affect the stability of fat cells. Some medications also increase satiety signals so patients can move beyond that degree of metabolic adaptation to get beyond their previous plateau. What can we do for patients who are frustrated with their weight plateau? Well, one thing that I recommend for my patients is to really take a dive into your daily routine. Let's find out how many calories you're eating. Let's find out how much exercise you're doing and see if there's any room to reorganize the day or change some meals so that we can create a caloric deficit. Is there anything that you're eating that may not be filling enough so that you can get to the next meal without having a snack in between? So looking at the quality of the meals as well, making sure there's an adequate degree of protein and fiber in the meals can help with those increased appetite signals. And really making sure patients are getting adequate fluid intake. These are all strategies that can help our patients try to get beyond their weight plateaus. However, if someone still meets criteria for anti-obesity medication, which means a BMI of 27 to less than 30 with a weight-related comorbidity, or a BMI over 30 with or without a comorbidity, you may want to consider anti-obesity medication to help that patient get beyond the plateau. It's important to remember for our patients' health and our own that weight plateaus will occur. It is a natural process. Because of the appetite signaling and hormonal changes that occur when patients lose weight from any modality, they will eventually all reach the plateau. It's important that we work with our patients to determine if this weight plateau that occurs due to metabolic adaptation, which I mentioned earlier, is simply a state of equilibrium. And if it's not meeting their goals or they still have weight-related comorbidities, we can use the modalities available to us to help those patients achieve greater weight loss. Of course, you want to make sure if we're performing surgery or we're prescribing a medication that that is safe for the patient and the patient is on board with what the potential side effects and risk may be. And we should always make sure our patients know we are their advocates in their weight journey. I'm Dr. Holly Lofton, and this is Beyond BMI.